I just groan at the trailers. Oh my god. The ideas are just so childish. Where's the real bona fide drama, the action, the real deal threat and worry for the characters? Oh my god, voltron! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh Cheryl! Where did you go? Where did you go, Space Daddy? Where did you go? And Keith? Keith is a Galra! Did you see that? Keith is a Galra! No, Space die! No! Why does all the favorite Galras die? God damn it, why? Oh, look at that little face! Peach! Peachy, you adorable bastard! Peachy!
Please wait till these two have calmed down.
Okay, I think we're calm now. I think we're calm.
Okay?
I think we're calm, right?
Okay, I'm okay too. Oh my god, that was insane.
Okay, good. You want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hey YouTube. Name's Allari from wingedwolfalari. Follow me on DeviantArt, whatever. Like, I do art and stuff. Just. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm DRAJKS23. As you know, you follow me on YouTube. If you haven't, just click on the subscribe button and follow me on DeviantArt, Patreon, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And let's talk about this damn show!
Voltron.
Legendary Defender!
Yep. Okay.
Oh my god, this show!
Oh my god. Okay, so, we're gonna be talking about this for, like, we don't know. Like, we're just recording.
We don't know how long we're gonna talk about this.
We're improving this entire darn thing. Like, we don't even know how to podcast or anything. We don't have anything set up. We don't have any structure. We're kind of
No. We have nothing. We absolutely have nothing. We're just gonna go by instinct and our hearts, by the spirit of Space Daddy. We shall do our best to talk about this show.
Yes, we will honor him.
We will honor him! Also, by the way, if you haven't seen the show, go see it, because we're gonna be doing a lot of spoilers for this one.
Oh my god, there's gonna be so many spoilers, because Season 2 just came out. Okay, you all in the audience right now, whoever the hell is watching this video right now, go watch it right now. Click off the video. No, do not fast forward. Go back. I want you, right? Yes, you. I want you to go to Netflix or kisscartoon.com, because that's a nice alternative to, if you don't have Netflix, go watch it on Kiss Cartoon. Because that's where Drac had to watch it. I have Netflix, so I watched it on Netflix. So I want you to click off this video. I want you to go to Netflix, and I want you to spend the next 14 hours with no breaks, speed binging through both Season 1 and Season 2, and then you are free to come back. If you do not go watch the show, I will find you. I will hunt you down and I will find you. I will come into your house and I will eat all your cookies.
Don't do it, Mike! Do not
care.
anger her! Do not anger her! Listen to me! Don't anger her!
I do not care. I do not care if you don't have any cookies in your house. You will have cookies eventually, and I will eat all your future cookies.
Yes, all of them! She will eat them
So go
all!
watch it.
Just look at my shelf! She ate them all!
I did eat them all.
She took them all out!
cookies.
Like DreamWorks is killing off all the good Galra! Excuse me while I go to the corner and cry!
So, everybody, spoiler warning.
Yep, spoilers there!
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So-
Let's get to it.
All right. So you said in your DreamWorks video,
Yep, that one.
and this is me having watched the video, about a week before the second season came out of Voltron. I had been following Voltron for a couple months. I watched it over the summer when it came out. Just out of curiosity. I've never seen. Okay, so those of you guys who don't know what Voltron is, Voltron Legendary Defender is a reboot of an 80s. It's a reboot from a toy-based TV series from the 80s that was actually adapted from an anime called Go Lion. and the original 80s was kind of from the Transformers era and the G.I. Joe era, where it was made specifically to sell toys and stuff, and it still sells toys. So this was them just taking a series. It's like just another one of those reboot series. But DreamWorks, again, for all of the crap it puts out, it really hits the nail on the head. With some of its
with this show. Oh my god, this show! Like in my DreamWorks video, I complained there weren't enough things for adults and kids to enjoy at the same time of the same show. But oh my god, I was so wrong. Voltron is that show anyone can watch, whether you're a kid, whether you're a teen or an adult. You all can watch it and you can all enjoy it.
It is an incredible show.
The animation is spot on.
I mean, okay, for those of you who don't, okay, so I've actually met people who haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everybody who grew up with it considers it to be one of the best. And of course, everything we say in this podcast is of our own opinion. None of this is. You don't have to listen to our opinion. You are free to agree or disagree with our opinions. This is us just giving our thoughts on the series. I thought I'd put that out there because we forgot, because we're improving this.
Yes. We're just going by hearts
exactly.
Here. We're just going by our own hearts, our own thoughts, our own opinions about the show, our own theories, our own ideas about the show, and you're free to disagree or agree. We won't hate you if you say, "Oh, Voltron is a very shitty show." We won't hate you, but we're gonna disagree on you for that.
You I honestly don't care if you say if you don't like it, then whatever, man.
Exactly.
It's not your thing. It's not your thing. Whatever, man. Just move on. Don't make a big deal of it and just move on.
And don't leave comments like "F you" and be all grumpy because we like a show that you apparently don't like. I mean, I'll still respect you. I hope you will respect us for not liking the show or liking the show, whatever. I lost exactly what I was gonna say there, but you get to justify it.
Basically, this is our opinions, and that's it. None of the aside from the facts that we take from sources about the show, or spoilers from the show, the rest of it is our opinion on the show itself. But at the moment, I'm talking about a different show called Avatar: The Last Airbender, who most people, most millennials probably grew up with, because it came around in the mid 2000s or roughly, and it recently had its sequel series, The Legend of Korra, which is a sequel series and a very well done sequel series. I think it's not as good as Avatar, obviously. And we're not here to talk about Avatar. I'm talking about Avatar and The Legend of Korra because Voltron Season 2, or Voltron Legendary Defender is animated by the same team that did Legend of Korra. So I'm trying to say that the animation quality is absolutely off the charts incredible, in my opinion.
Yes, I can testify. The animation is just incredible. The writing, besides episode 1, the writing is so good in this show. Episode 1 is kind of rushed. You can tell from the first 5 minutes.
Episode 1 is an hour long, and it's the pilot episode. So
it is the pilot episode, and it's also very rushed
because they didn't want to spend several episodes looking for each lion. We should probably talk about the characters before anything else, because they're not gonna have any clue what we're talking about.
Yeah, good point. Let's start with the first character we kind of are interested introduced to.
Wait,
We're
wait, wait,
introduced
hold on,
to 3
hold on.
characters.
Before the characters, we have to talk about what Voltron is.
Fine. Keep holding me back.
I'm sorry, we're going too fast because we're improving this completely.
Yeah, we kind of.
Voltron, in its basic form, is robot lions that turn into a big robot in space with aliens and fighting bad aliens, and an anime girl transformation sequence. I mean, that's kind of like that.
It's not the like Sailor Moon, but the first time you see it, it is kind of amazing how it transforms, how it goes from being 5 lions to become a big giant badass robot.
Mm-hmm. So these robots are piloted by 5 paladins, and they're chosen by the lions to be their pilots, and they all live in a big spaceship castle, piloted
with 2 aliens.
Yeah, with 2 different aliens that look like very closely related to humans, but they're not.
They're kind of like elves.
Yeah, basically they look like Lord of the Rings elves. They're humans with elf ears and little markings under their eyes, and that's about the only difference.
Well, at least it's more difference than the 80s one.
Definitely. I mean,
like the 80s one, they look like exactly human. There's nothing extraordinary about them.
You know, they probably were humans, and it was just a princess or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen the original series. I've seen clips from it, and so far it just looks like like a really bad.
It looks like a pain in the neck.
It does. But they took what they could from that series, and the writers of Legendary Defender are. I've seen in interviews that they took. They tried to stick to the story of the original 80s series, and they took what they liked and they left out what they didn't, and they kind of
improved on the things that were good in the old one, I suspect, and made their own twist to make the story more likable, I assume. Because oh my god, some of the spoilers we're gonna talk about, holy shit.
So that's in basic form what Voltron is about. It sounds pretty stupid, and at its core, to be honest, the concept itself is like, oh, it's just big robots in space. It's just another mech show with big fancy robots and tons of fighting and lasers.
Aliens and alien technology and
lasers and stuff. It's like, oh, it's just one of those series. It's like it's got nothing else. It's like Transformers, but piloted by humans with lions and stuff. And it's kind of just it's like Power Rangers is what it's like, except it's not.
No.
It's closer to Power Rangers, but it's not Power Rangers.
No, you know what? Let's skip the whole Power Rangers and get back to
basically people are gonna tell you it's basically Power Rangers with lions in space. Okay, but it's not. It's better.
Whatever.
So the characters.
I want to talk about the first one. Me. Let me.
Well, hold on. Let me I didn't want to go to Archive of Our Own. I typed in Voltron because I wanted to go to the Voltron site. Shut up. Yell at my computer. It's funny. Alright.
Move it quickly.
I am going quickly. Alright.
You're not moving fast enough.
It's the computer's fault. Alright, let's see. Oh, great. There's music in the background. Can you shut up, music? Thank you. Alright, so the characters. There are 7 main characters on the good side.
Can I say the first one?
Sure.
Yay! Okay, so one of the first paladins we meet is actually Shiro. What's his last name?
Okay, his name is not actually Shiro. His name, according to the series, is Takashi Shirogane.
Whatever.
But everybody just calls him Shiro.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
He's not actually the first paladin we meet. He's like the 4th one we meet.
Okay, fine. But then again, he
He's the
mind.
leader.
Anyway, he's the arguably the leader of the paladins. He rides the black lion, # best lion ever.
As they say, he forms the head.
Yes, and the torso.
Yeah, you're right. It's the head and the torso. So
Yes.
This is, according to the website, this is who Shiro is. Shiro, captured by the Galra while on a mission, Shiro was experimented upon before escaping back to Earth. He returned with a weaponized robotic arm and vital information to lead the team against his former captors. Calm, thoughtful, and wise beyond his years, it takes
#Space Daddy.
Space Daddy, definitely. It takes more than a fleet of Galra cruisers to get a rise out of Shiro. Yeah, the only thing to get a rise out of Shiro is Slav, but we'll talk about him later.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about him later. Oh god.
Slav is not important to the story, except in season 2.
No,
In any
no,
way.
forget about him. We're moving on. We forgot
Anyway,
about the name.
He's
Go.
not one of the main characters, trust me.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Shiro is voiced by Josh Keaton, who you guys would probably... I know him as Jack Darby from Transformers Prime, but lots of people will know him as Hal Jordan from the Green Lantern series. He played Hal Jordan a couple of times. Josh Keaton's done a lot of things. Is there anything from his repertoire you recognize?
I don't have anything in front.
You don't have you don't have it pulled up.
Nope.
Hal Jordan is the one that comes off the top of my head, but he was also the Spectacular Spider-Man. That's right. Everybody knows him from that. Yeah, he was.
Huh, cool.
He's done a lot of things. He's a really good voice actor.
Again, Space Daddy.
Yeah. I mean, Space Daddy. The whole Space Daddy thing is such a thing that it's now on Josh Keaton's Wikipedia page as his other designated names. I'm not kidding. Go look it up for yourself. It's there.
It's the best thing ever. Trust me. It's the best thing ever. Okay, so who's next? We meet up with the other paladins. We meet Lance, a very cocky, self-centered character. Hunk.
Okay, well, there's more to Lance than him being a flirtatious
kind of a rival guy to another paladin, but we'll get to him later.
Yeah. Lance, and people often say his last name is McLean. Like, literally everybody says it's McLean. It must be officially confirmed somewhere. I've never heard Lance's last name mentioned in the series, but it must be somewhere.
I don't think they ever say the last name. They never say the last name.
It's somewhere.
Somewhere far away, deep in space.
Yeah. It's probably on that massive official sheet with all of the characters' designs on it. But Lance, he pilots the Blue Lion, which is one of the legs. And he is... I'd say that Lance is the fun guy out of everybody. He's, like, the most laid back. He's very chill.
Yeah, but the funny thing about him is at the start, you kind of think like, oh, he's gonna be the one character everybody finds annoying. But the shocking thing is, he's very likable. Like, he there's a lot of depth.
He's got a lot of depth, and he actually has a lot of charm, too. This is what the website says. Lance is all about having fun, even a million miles away from Earth's comforts and distractions. Full of confidence and even more full of himself, Lance thinks he's everybody's best friend, especially if they're cute and female. Yeah.
Of course.
While his cockiness often gets the better of him, it comes in handy during the firefights against bigger and better opponents.
Like his rival? We'll get to him soon!
I think they're more than rivals, but we'll talk about him last. Well, no, we won't talk about him last.
Oh, you mean we're gonna talk about very suggestive things, aren't we? Hint, hint?
Maybe. Let's talk about Hunk, because he's the second paladin we meet in the show.
Oh, yes, Hunk.
Hunk is a sweet plum.
He's a very sweet character. Like, he's the coward of the group, but at the same time, when he really pushes himself, he is one of those heroic characters.
Mm-hmm. Hunk is the yellow paladin. He pilots the Yellow Lion, which is the other leg of Voltron.
Keeps the team sturdy.
Exactly. He, like, as they say in the series, he forms the leg of Voltron that everybody stands upon. But basically, he functions as the team's mechanic, and he also is like he loves food.
Like, a little too much, if you ask me.
He's kind of sort of a food connoisseur, and that's kind of cool. It kind of, like, in the second season, they were focusing on Keith and Shiro in the second season, so Hunk kind of got pushed back into the comedic relief, kind of sort of in the background.
Which is a shame, because I kind of like Hunk.
Lance kind of got the same of it too, like the same thing. They promised us that we were gonna get an episode talking about Lance's insecurities, and we got that, but it wasn't nearly the main focus, and it sort of came out of almost nowhere, but it wasn't that big enough to bother me all that much. But it's something that I know bothers everybody else. But I think that in the third season, he's definitely gonna get.
I sure hope so.
More of a spotlight. He's definitely gonna get more of a spotlight with
Keith?
Well, yeah, probably with what happens, Keith. We'll talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later. All right, so let's talk about Pidge.
Pidge. I love that little cradle.
Spoilers.
And spoiler warning again. Pidge is a girl. In the original, in the original, Pidge was the small guy with a lot of genius head and the technology, blah 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 blah, whatever. But in this version, he or should I say she, is a girl who happens to be looking for her family who were lost alongside with Shiro, but as you know, Shiro came back.
Yeah. Okay, so Pidge, one of the biggest controversies that came out of Voltron initially was the gender reveal for Pidge. It could be seen, I don't think Pidge is trans. She could be. She could be. But I think, this is a Netflix series, so they probably could get away with it. But, I think they were playing it safe. The only purpose of her posing as a guy was to sneak into the garrison and try and find information on her family that the garrison, or in this, like, which is essentially like the military government or whatever, was keeping from the people after Shiro and her father and brother went missing on the Kerberos mission, which it's kind of this mission she has to find her family is one of the biggest in the series, and I think it's probably going to span over several seasons, most likely.
I hope we do get a little more information about that in season 3, because we got the biggest hint of what happened to at least her brother in season 2. Oh my god!
Well, we had a little bit of what happened to her brother in season 1 as well, but that was like Shiro's flashback. Again, we're not even done talking about the characters yet. We'll get on to that. Let's talk about the last paladin. His name is Keith.
Keith, my boy, Keith.
He's not your favorite.
No, I know. I did that out of comedy.
Alright, so Keith. In the original series, this guy, Keith, was the original pilot of the Black Lion, even though he...
I will not accept that in this version! I will not accept that!
We'll talk about why she's so mad about that later. But, Keith is very complicated.
Very complicated.
According to the website, orphaned at a young age before enlisting in the Galaxy Garrison, Keith is somewhat of a lone wolf. Considered to be the most talented pilot of his generation, he refuses to live by other people's rules, instead choosing to carve his own path.
I don't fully agree with that description, but whatever.
I think in the beginning that was definitely him. Again, this is the
That was definitely him in the beginning, but over time it's changed. It changed dramatically.
big, huge spoiler. Keith is a Galra. The Galra are the main antagonists of the series, and it was the biggest.
They are very complicated.
Okay, so the Galra are the, like I said, they're the antagonists of the series, the antagonist alien species of the series, I should say.
Mostly, not all of them, but most.
It was the biggest theory in season 1. Like, the entire fandom, like, about 80% of the fandom was, like, 100% positive that Keith would be a Galra, or would be revealed to have Galra, heritage, by season 2. And that's pretty much what the second season focused on altogether. Was Keith finding out, a little bit about his past, and, that he's part Galra, and
the way they performed or showed that he was a Galra, oh my god.
It was a pretty awesome reveal, but everybody knew it was coming. There were hints.
Everybody knew it was coming, and it was so refreshing when it did.
It had been coming, like you had to pay attention, but the hints were there, and they were all over the place. The most apparent one,
and they were lovely.
You fight like a Galra soldier. I mean, like, all right, we've been talking about Keith for too long. Let's talk about our 2 favorite Alteans.
Oh, can I talk about Coran? Please.
I was gonna start with Allura, but yes, you can talk about Coran.
Yes!
All right. So we have Princess Allura.
Back up.
Princess Allura is the one who pilots the castle ship. That their home.
Wasn't she the creator? No, wait, she's not the creator.
Oh no, she's not. That's her dad.
But there was something about her being the life. Her
life force is connected to the ship's ability to create wormholes, and that's about it. She pilots the ship. And she's a pretty important character. She's the one who is technically the leader. Like, Shiro is the leader of Voltron, of the Paladins, but Allura is their boss. Essentially. She's the princess, and she has been frozen, or frozen in cryopods with her assistant Karan for 10,000 years. And
how does that work?
Because science fiction.
Oh yeah, Chris. But moving on. Sorry I interrupted.
But so Allura, her father created the Voltron lions. His name was King Alfor, and of course she's royal blood. Okay, this is what the website says, because there's no other way to go about this. Oh, often all business, Princess Allura is a whip-smart alien princess. Allura is the daughter of King Alfor, the original creator of Voltron. Allura has emerged from a 10,000-year cryogenic sleep to guide the team to defeat Zarkon. We'll talk about him pretty soon. Often feeling the weight of the universe on her shoulders, she feels personally responsible for the success or failure of the new Paladins of Voltron. Believe it or not, even this Pidge is a strong female character, but Princess Allura is like the definition of she will kick your ass.
And be still a lady.
She's still a lady, but she will kick your ass, and she still likes sparkly things. It's like, she
will send you back crying.
She's like a woman who can do both.
Yes, and I love her a character.
I remember
there are times in the show where I do like her, and then there are times in the show where I'm like, Allura, really, really?
Well,
you're really gonna worry about that now?
There are some things that Allura does that can be a little off-putting, but you gotta give her a little break. I mean, her her planet is dead. She's like Superman if he didn't have any powers. And her planet is dead. Her father is dead. She lost her father a second time, technically. Her father technically died officially twice.
Oh yeah, that made me cry. God damn the show!
So her she's lost everything. Karan is the last. Nope, he's not the last Erusian. We'll talk about that later. But
yeah. We'll talk about that little detail later.
She's one of the last. Why the hell did I say Erusian? They're Alteans. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, language, I'm sorry, but that was a huge screw up. Let's not talk about the Erusians. They're annoying. They're annoying little god worshippers.
We will not talk about them here. We will not talk about them at all.
They were the series is amazing, and the thing the least like about it is probably the Erusians.
Exactly.
They were so annoying.
You know what? Let's move on. Let's move on before we start ranting about
Space
those.
Uncle!
Yay, correct! Hashtag best uncle. So Karan is serving Allura the castle's personal mechanic. He's very old, but he's also the very loyal friend
advisor
to everybody. He's an advisor, he's a good uncle, all that shit.
Karan is Allura's royal advisor, and he's known for his mustache.
Yes, the sterling mustache! And he's also voiced by a comedian from New Zealand.
Yes, he is. And he's pretty funny.
He's hilariously, amazingly funny. I usually don't laugh about the comedians, but he does the voice acting so well. I would watch a stand-up comedy of him just being Karan.
Definitely, I'd have to agree.
Especially if he has the slipperies.
Oh my god, poor Karan with his slipperies.
Yes, bring back the slipperies.
That's probably a one-time thing.
Dang it!
Alright, that is all the paladins. Let's, before we move on to the villains, let's talk about Voltron itself.
Yes, let's do that.
Voltron is for this universe, it is the ultimate weapon.
Yes.
Though
it's the number one big sword that everybody wants, kind of. Although it's a robot.
The thing is that now, at the moment, Voltron is badass, but Voltron, because of the inexperienced paladins, I mean, they've only been Voltron paladins for several months?
Weeks? It feels, but
it feels
yeah,
like
let's
weeks.
Go for months.
It feels like weeks, but it's probably longer. The show doesn't tell you exactly how much time passes between episodes.
But yeah, Voltron overall, as you said, Voltron isn't at its full 100% power, which kind of gets annoying at some times, but at the same time, I think it's very good how they balance out the fact that the paladins has to work together in order to really feel the bond between these lions and Voltron. They can't just have unlimited power right away, just make the story boring, so they have to build it up, and so far they have done it really well.
Each of the lions have one or two special individual weapons, and when all combined into Voltron, each of them has another special little weapon that helps Voltron in battle.
Yes,
in order to make the sword, the sword itself is the red lion's weapon. Their shoulder cannon is the yellow lion's weapon, and the wings are the black lion's weapon. We don't know what the green and blue weapons are for Voltron. We know what the green and blue individual weapons are.
The green one is the shield.
No, that's the wings. We don't know so far what... Okay, so we know what the red, black, and yellow lions do on Voltron, but we don't know what the blue and green lions do yet. But we do know that when not formed into Voltron, the green lion's individual weapon is like a cannon that causes vines to shoot out of things. I think the blue lion has like a sonic it's got like a dual purpose. It can like cause tremors, and it can it can act like a sonar. Even though sound can't travel through space, but whatever.
It's science fiction.
Uh-huh.
Don't question it.
The yellow lion on its own can create these armor and these awesome massive claws. The red lion has this big cannon thing that mounts on its back.
Sorta, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the black lion still has the same wings as before. The lions have a semi AI, artificial intelligence, or they are sort of sentient. They sort of unconsciously connect with the paladins on a subconscious level. That
Hashtag the red lion is Keith's mom.
Yeah, everybody likes to say that because the red lion tried to kill a bunch of people when Keith was in danger, which is kind of funny.
Plus, the dad in that illusion said that mom will be here soon, and then suddenly we have a look on the red lion.
Yeah, that's funny. So that's Voltron. Let's move on to the villains.
Yes, the villains. Can I talk about Zarkon?
I thought you wanted to talk about Sendak.
Oh, that too! Oh my god, do I have to choose?
I don't know.
Don't make me choose!
Also, there are more villains from season 2 than there are on the website. The main ones, the two main ones that appear no matter what are Zarkon and Hagar.
Let's save Hagar for last. Let's save her for last.
Sure, why not? We can save her for last.
Yes, because there's a big reveal at the end of season 2 about her.
Mm-hmm. Zarkon is the big baddie of
the
season.
Hashtag fully love his voice.
Yeah.
There, I said it. I adore that guy's voice.
Emperor Zarkon is currently, in the series universe, currently owns 2/3 of the entire known existence.
2/3?
Yeah, 2/3 or 1/3. I can't remember. It's one or the other. They say it in the series, but I can't remember.
Damn.
Okay, so it says here on the website, Emperor Zarkon is the ruthless leader of the Galra Empire. 10,000 years ago, Zarkon fought to steal the Voltron lions from King Alfor. Ever since Alfor sent the lions into the far corners of the universe, Zarkon has been on the quest to obtain Voltron once and for all. Because Voltron is this universe's ultimate weapon, it's apparently the only thing that can stop Zarkon, so I guess we'll have to listen to that.
What he's going to do with it? I have no idea. I have no idea what he's going to do with it.
He is the... Okay, so before Shiro became the Black Paladin, Zarkon was the original Black Paladin.
Dun dun dun!
Another big spoiler. And so he is connected to the Red Lion. Not the Red Lion, the Black Lion.
Why did you say the red one all of a sudden?
Quiznak, I don't know. So, Zarkon, in the first season, just showed himself as this very intimidating presence. He, always was cool and collected, and he just struck fear into all of his followers.
Even the voice actors.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even though the guy is a really nice guy.
He's a big teddy bear.
So, in the second season, it's kind of interesting. We kind of see one of his faults. He can become really freaking obsessed with things.
Very!
Specifically the Black Lion. That's and it's kind of one of the...
That's his number one obsession. It's like your obsession with cookies. Only worse!
Except worse, yeah, probably. I definitely would not say that Zarkon's addiction to the Black Lion is like my addiction to cookies. But it's not much less of an addiction as it is an obsession. But okay, so in this, he's very smart. Well, I don't know. He has to have an advisor. So I guess he's just really.
He has an advisor. I mean, in the first season, in season 1, I felt like, yeah, he's intelligent, but at the same time, I felt like he relies on fear and the brute strength more than he relies on intelligence.
Because you know what would have. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here and right now. You know what Zarkon could have just done to just win the whole darn thing so easily?
What?
So if I were Hagar, I would have said, "My lord, the Voltron lions are piloted all by human Earthlings. We should take the fleet to Earth. We should take it captive.
Yes!
And then we should hold it for
Yes!
ransom for the lions."
Yes!
I mean, that's what I would have done, but no, they never did that.
They can't do that, because otherwise that would be game over right away.
It would be. It wouldn't matter, because, like, Allura and Karan have nothing to lose anymore. Altea is gone. So, but the humans...
Or is
but the
it?
No, it's gone.
Are you 100% sure?
100% positive that Altea is gone.
Because I have a feeling that they're gonna bring it back somehow.
It's gone. I promise you, it's gone.
Anyway, yeah.
They've got. I mean, Allura and Karan don't have anything left. They just
Except
fight.
save space.
They just fight. To end Zarkon's reign. But the human paladins, yeah, no, Earth is still there. It's not conquered by the Galra yet. It's close to being conquered by the Galra, but it's not conquered yet. But basically, like, it wouldn't have taken any effort. The humans treasure Earth so much. It would only take, like, the threat to destroy Earth, or, like, it wouldn't take much to just find who their families were, you know?
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard at all.
No, it wouldn't be. So, I mean, all it would take is the threat to. I mean, Pidge's mom is still on Earth.
Oh yeah, I wonder what happened to her. Like, has she any idea where her daughter is?
Exactly. So, if I were Zarkon, I would have just captured Earth and held it for ransom.
Yep, but he won't do that. At least not yet. I mean, Hagar might get some brains later on, but whatever.
Yeah, no, he was too preoccupied with following the castle ship constantly and making our poor paladins lose so much sleep, like Azula chasing Team Avatar all over the place. Like, just constantly obsessed. I must have the Black Lion, and Hagar, bless her heart.
I love the fact that you say bless her heart.
Like, knew the entire damn time that he was becoming obsessed, and she's like,
It sounds like you sympathize with her.
I know, right? That was stupid. Like, I no, that's probably, no, if I were in Hagar's footsteps, I'd be like, oh my god, why?
Bitch, you crazy!
Uh-huh.
I should probably keep this.
Hagar's a witch.
Yeah, but back to Tarkon. We're saving Hagar for last.
So, Hagar's the other main recurring character at the moment. The commanders, who are other villains that appear, but, like,
they disappear. Or die.
Yeah, they do. Like, so many commanders, like, just die.
My heart bleeds for a few of them.
So, let's see. We have Pro Rock, who was an idiot.
Obviously.
Pro Rock didn't like Hagar, and he went against Zarkon's orders and sent his fleet out against Voltron. Zarkon saw this as treason, so he...
Well, he sent out his fleet to capture Voltron, and he thought it would please the Sarkhan if he got Voltron, but he failed, of course.
He probably would have been punished anyways.
That's true. Like, you dare take my prey, you bastard!
He's like, did you dare defy you dare defy my orders? And in the end, they saw this as treason, and Prorok was sent to Hagar's druids to be turned into a roe beast. The next one we're introduced to is Commander Sendak.
Ah, Sendak!
This is DRAJKS' favorite character, almost favorite Galra, probably.
Oh my god, Sendak! Okay. Oh my god.
I'll let Drac talk about Sendak and why she thinks he's so awesome. I like him. I am not obsessed, but I like him.
Okay. Sendak is the first commander we see in the show that goes after Voltron, and of course he fails. But he tries again, and he succeeds, almost succeeds. And
Sendak is really, really smart. Like,
he's powerful, he's intelligent, he doesn't quiz a knack. He doesn't go around pulling someone's leg. No, he goes full out. And his assistant, bless his heart.
What's his name?
Hexus.
That's right. His name is his name is Haxus. According to the website, Commander Sendak was Zarkon's first in command.
And you can definitely tell.
He also has a fake arm.
Yeah, you can also tell from the first moment we see Sendak interact with Sarkhan that he has full loyalty to Sarkhan. He knows what Sarkhan thinks, he knows what Sarkhan wants, and he will get it. He won't quit. He will get it one way or another. And he
fights in the name of Galra Vrepetsar.
Yes, Vrepetsar. The reason why I liked Sendak, besides his voice, of course, is the design. Like, as you said, he has one fake arm, kind of like Shiro, but his is way bigger and way more brutal than Shiro's. And
it says, according to the website, that he lost his arm during his time on the front lines.
Huh.
Which is kind of interesting. I didn't know that previously.
Yeah. I wish we had known that, but no! Of course we won't know any more about Sendak because he's dead!
We don't know he's dead yet. It's not
Shiro,
confirmed
did
yet.
You really have to send him off to space? Poor unfortunate Space Daddy.
Yeah, poor Space Daddy. So Shiro, has all this PTSD, and I'd wager to say that aside from Zarkon, he has the most stressed relationship with Sendak. Sendak and him.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that's made me so angry when they kind of threw Sendak away, because Sendak and Shiro clearly have a very strong connection. It's not the good connection, it's a bad connection, but the connection is so strong that I really, really, really wanted to see Sendak again, just to see what else is there between him and Shiro, like what went on between them. And I'm so mad and so sad he didn't come back for season 2. Quiznak!
I think he'll come back later. To be honest, that's my opinion. I think he's gonna come back.
I hope so.
Basically, Sendak resembles a lot from Shiro. He, he's missing an arm. I think that if Shiro were to have fallen completely under the druid's control, I think he would have become like Sendak.
I think so too. Like, Sendak is the end result of giving up.
No, I think he was always loyal. Like, willing.
That's true. You're absolutely true right there. My bad of poor words. But anyway, but yeah, I really liked Sendak. Like, from the second I saw him, I was completely interested and fascinated about his character, which I probably shouldn't because he's the bad guy. But the fact of how he played off the paladins and almost beat them, was just so fun to watch, and it's so sad that he was gone. And also Hexus. Like, why did you have to kill Hexus off? Come on.
Well, it showed that Pidge is a badass.
True, but come on.
Also, R.I.P. Rover.
Oh yeah, Rover. He gave up his life to save Pidge.
Oh, poor little Galra drone.
Why?
Alright. So, Sendak. There was Sendak. And those were the two main commanders from season 1, I think.
I think we can say that, yeah.
Who else? Oh, well, Face became a commander after Prorock was knocked off.
I killed him off too! Why you killed my favorite Galras? Why?
He died. He died in season 2. Spoiler alert. Morvok? Morvok was his name. He was like so overdramatic. Like the ultimate honor. It's like, except he was such a coward.
I love the fact that Sarkhan said, stop with your boot licking.
Your boot licking does not impress me, Morvok.
Yeah, get to the freaking point.
So there was Morvok. There was that guy who ran the prison cell. He was kind of a one-time thing. There was that guy with the massive chin who was on the...
Oh yeah, the big chin.
Yeah, you didn't like him.
I did not.
I don't remember what his name was. So those are all like the important... Oh, no. We have Hagar to talk about.
Oh yeah, Hagar.
Let's talk about Hagar.
Yes!
The witch.
The cursed witch that also happens to be...
Spoiler!
Altean.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun!
So Hagar is like Zarkon's like advisor, sorta.
Kinda.
She's very old. She can use a lot of really dark magic.
For some reason.
She has psychic powers. She has this group of druids that also can use magic.
Kinda.
And she's the one who makes all the grow beasts.
Somehow.
She was also the one who experimented on Shiro, and
Damn bitch.
they had and scared the entire fandom by seemingly giving Shiro the killing blow.
Oh yes.
In the beginning, everybody was so scared because in the original 80s series, Shiro died. The version of Shiro in the 80s, his name was Sven, and he died in the fight with that version's Hagar.
Which is kind of funny because in the Japanese one, yes, he died, and in the English one, he lived on through, well, his brother, basically.
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, they did bring him back. Technically, it's technically Sven.
Yeah, they did, and I was so worried myself about Shiro's fate because I kept hearing that he died in the old cartoon, so he was probably gonna die in this one. I was so relieved that
they alluded to it. That was the whole point of having the Hagar fight, is to allude to Sven's death from the 80s series.
But okay, back to Hagar.
Hagar was the one who experimented on Shiro, and she's incredibly powerful. She's like, I don't know, Zarkon is intimidating and powerful, but I'd say that in terms of wickedness, I think Hagar takes the cake.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hagar is the very classical villainess that has more brains than bronze.
Oh, she's amazingly smart.
Well, she uses her head more, but she is very ruthless. Like, she is the only one I would consider a true rival to Sarkon's ruthlessness.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, she will not give us quizznack about if you
seriously
are either loyal or if you're not. Like, she will literally destroy you. But I do wonder what's her relationship with Sarkon, because you said she is kind of an advisor, but I feel like there's something more going on between those two, because as we said, Hagar is an Altean, but she must have done something to betray her own kind for the sake of...
I have a theory.
Oh, you have a theory? Do tell.
I do have a theory. So at the very end, like, literally, it's the last line of season 2. Summon Prince Lotor. In the 80s series, Prince Lotor is the son of Zarkon.
Oh, yeah.
He had a creepy, pervy obsession with Princess Allura.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he looks kind of like Hagar. So it's not unreasonable to think that it's their kid. I don't know, but it's just a theory.
It would be hilarious in a way if that was the case. Like, Zarkon and Hagar had a relationship, and over time it kind of became friendship. I don't know.
Maybe in the past. But Prince Lotor is like looks like an elf from Lord of the Rings. And
literally Legolas if he was just turned a little bit purple.
Exactly. That's exactly what he looks like. And so it's not completely unreasonable to think that he might be a Galra Altean cross. Because he could be.
Would be hilarious.
But we don't know. We don't know what he looks like.
Yet.
You're absolutely right. We don't know what he looks like yet. So that's all the characters. Or, like, all the main characters, at least.
I still want Sentak back. Give me Sentak, and you better, for goodness sake, not kill off Shiro. You hear me, DreamWorks?
Well, we'll see what happens. At the huge spoilers. Shiro disappears at the end of season 2.
Ah!
We don't know where he is. He was in his line and then he wasn't. He's gone.
100%.
I think he's in a parallel dimension.
It would be funny if he went back in time and actually witnessed what the hell happened between him and Sarkon. Or wait, as King Alfor.
That would be really
amazing. Cool. I would literally jump out of my seat if that was to happen.
Mm-hmm. But, basically, the series is incredible. It has a lot of humor. The fandom's like favorite ship is like Keith and Lance, because of how much they butt heads all the time. So, and because everybody loves.
Oh my god, the butt heading! Oh my god, that scene.
Everybody loves a gay ship, so it's like the strongest ship, or the most popular one at least. Keith is a Galra, is now confirmed a Galra, and
yes,
we know this because he has a knife from an organization called the Blade of Marmora. And the Blade of Marmora are specifically Galra made up, and they are the Galra against Zarkon. And we think...
They're the kind of Galra rebellion.
We think that Keith's mom is a member of the Blade of Marmora. Because it's now confirmed that Keith's dad is a human.
Yep.
So what else to talk about? We have all the characters and everything done.
Let's talk about our favorite episodes.
Sure, why not? So let me look on Netflix real quickly. Just to pull up all the episodes there.
My favorite episode at the top of my head is the episode where Sendak takes over the castle and... No, it's not my favorite. I take that back. It's not my favorite. It's actually the episode after Sendak takes over the castle. That's my favorite.
Was it,
It's when Pidge steps up and becomes badass.
Okay, so... I don't know. I mean, like, that was like a little arc that they were having right there, with the fall of the Castle of Lions being the one where Sendak takes control of the castle. The Tears of the Balmera had that little side story with Hunk and Karan. Also, poor little Balmera. We were, like, so sympathetic of the Balmera, because it's just a helpless, petrified creature.
Yes.
And and the Galra is mining off of it. So poor thing. Call PETA or whatever. I don't know.
Yes, call them.
So basically, the rest. So it doesn't say specifically if Tears of the Balmera are the Yeah, no. It would have to be the Tears of the Balmera. Because that's the episode where Pidge. That's the one where Pidge steps up and stuff. So Tears of the Balmera would have to be your favorite episode then.
Okay. But yeah, I do like that one episode. But then also the episode where the Dark Crystals...
Crystal Venom.
The Dark Crystal
Venom.
Yeah,
oh,
Crystal
that was
Venom.
such a good episode.
Oh my god, that episode. It drove me nuts.
So that episode had the biggest interaction, like, aside from the big fight between Shiro and Sendak. It showed a little bit more of Shiro's PTSD.
Are you human or are you just like me?
With this metal part of you, are you a monster? Are you a human? Can you be considered human?
Yeah.
It's a scary thing to think about.
And I do love the nightmarish feel to the whole episode. Like, everybody thinks that the castle is haunted, but then when they realize, oh no, it's the crystal, it has poisoned the kingdom.
Not the castle. I'd honestly think Crystal Venom would be your favorite episode because, not just because of the Sendak and Shiro moments, but because of Allura losing her father. That's where her father dies a second time.
Oh yeah, I did cry on that one. Yeah, Crystal Venom is my favorite.
There we go.
Hands down.
That makes sense.
There we go. Now we have the correction.
I don't know what my favorite episode is. There's a lot of them that I really, really, really like.
I can tell you at least my least favorite.
Which one was that?
My least favorite is when they have to save Slav.
Oh yeah.
That's my least episode.
That's season 2. Let me see. So your least favorite episode would have to be
Escape something.
Escape from Betatraz. Yeah, I'd have to say that Escape...
I just realized something. Betatraz, that sounds like Alcatraz.
I always knew that it sounded like Alcatraz, so it was probably an allusion to Alcatraz, which I've been to. I've been to Alcatraz.
You
it's
have?
Really cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have been to Alcatraz. It's really cool. Lance, Pidge, and Shiro... Yeah, this is the episode where Lance supposedly has his, insecure moment that we were promised from the Comic-Con panels, and everyone was so disappointed because, everybody's expectations were so high. Now, he did have insecurities, but it wasn't nearly enough.
No, we wanted more. We needed more for that.
Hopefully more will come in season 3.
I hope so too.
Slav is annoying.
Slav is annoying little bugger.
Slav is necessary to the plot, but he is unbearably annoying.
Okay. I know they had to go by some stereotype of a genius being annoying in some way or having some insecurities that is just unnecessary. But this one is crossing the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's
I can't stand this guy. 5 seconds in with him, and I'm like, the hell? You can't be serious. You can't be. This has to be a joke.
I do have to appreciate Slav that he showed us just how patient Shiro can be, and where he draws the line with his patience.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I can deal with people's bullshit as long as you can be reasonable with me, but no, Slav is completely and totally unreasonable.
Not you. You, Slav. You are going down to a dark path hell, and there's nobody going to save you.
So, let's see. Okay, so I don't know what my favorite episode is. I'll have to look.
Oh, come on.
I'll have to look. It's not Across the Universe was a fun episode with the wormhole time loop and Pidge on her own, that was pretty cute. I like the episode with Hunk and Lance with the mermaids or whatever.
That was a pretty
like-
okay episode.
It was a fun episode, but it again, like, it's not my favorite because Hunk and Lance, they are awesome, but they're not my favorite. Shearer's Escape had that flashback.
With Ulas.
Again,
With Ulas,
compared to the rest of the episodes, it's not my favorite. Ulas is another one of your favorite characters.
May he rest in peace.
He died. Rest in peace. He died.
Why?
Let's see. Oh, Greeting the Cube was a really cool episode because I really love Pidge. I do have to say that it's one of my more favorite episodes. Where Pidge learns like a bit more about nature and stuff. Oh,
It's kind of a nice little note to the nerds who's like, I don't want to go outside, but at the same time, it's kind of a nice shout out. Like, you don't have to 100% like nature to understand its beauty.
Eye of the Storm was one of the funniest episodes.
Oh yes, with the whole banging thing.
Just what happened during the entire damn thing, just.
Especially between Keith and Lance. Oh my god.
It was Coran getting the slipperies, and Pidge trying to learn Altean, and Lance and Hunk trying to make cookies, and with Lance and Keith, Clance.
And the banging!
And then, what was Shira doing during that whole thing?
I think he was just trying to stay alive.
Probably. I don't remember what Shira was trying to do there. Like, I think he was hanging out with Allura up on the deck.
Oh yeah, having that one moment that I will not acknowledge.
The Arc of Taujir. The Arc of Taujir was a meh episode. I mean, its main purpose was to tell you, oh, the Galra aren't tracking Keith and Allura, because we knew that already.
Yeah, we knew that from, like, first minute. Like, everybody with a brain could tell that it was the Black Lion. Come on! Hello! Season 1! TikTok!
Space Mall was a great episode.
I don't know if I could stand it.
Space Mall. It was the Paladins, except for Shiro, going to the mall with Coran to go get teledub lenses. And it was a bunch of chaos, lots of food stuff with Coran, and Lance and Pidge raiding fountains for money, and
the dolphin,
and the cow. Kaltenecker. Kaltenecker is what his name was. It was named after the line producer. And Allura's kind of just sitting on the ship with her mice. Allura didn't do much, but on the side, you had Shira versus Zarkon, like, while everybody's at the mall.
Oh my god. Animation orgasm right there.
Oh my goodness, it was insane.
The fighting, the animation, the lighting.
Oh. Like, aside from... With Space Mall, the Blade of Marmora just might be tied with it.
Ah, yes, the Blade of Fire... I can't speak anymore, you take over.
The Blade of Marmora is the episode where we find out that Keith is a Galra.
And may we just have a little talk about Keith's suit in that?
Oh my goodness, you'll have to put a picture up. Keith's suit from that episode was...
gorgeous!
So slim. It was so slim. So slim fitting.
So gorgeous.
It was so sleek.
You can see all the muscles on that.
Oh my
thing.
goodness. It showed...
The fine lines, the colors.
It showed you just how... Like... Keith didn't get a ton of attention in season 1, but this entire season 2 was like, oh, it's Keith and Shiro and stuff.
Yeah, they're just pushing in that shipping right there. Mm-hmm.
Blackout I skipped a couple episodes. Blackout, the last episode of season 2, is probably the most awesome fighting episode.
Oh my god. The fighting, the drama, the adrenaline.
All the fake deaths.
God.
And then Shiro disappeared.
Yeah. Ah! Space Daddy, where are you? I miss Shiro already. The show won't be the same, and I will not accept Keith becoming the leader. For goodness sake.
Even though that's how it was in the original series.
I will not accept it. I will
We're
not.
We're too used to Space Daddy.
Yes. We can't lose Space Daddy, otherwise the show will crumble. Like, you're gonna tell me you put all that time and effort into Shiro only to have him killed. Actually, that would be a very clever move.
I don't think it would be. Shiro is a character that is grouped into those that suffer from a very impeding disorder. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't think it would be smart to have that to have them kill off a character with post-traumatic stress disorder, because it's such a struggle for soldiers and trauma victims and rape victims to live through live with their disorder. And most of them, end up committing suicide because...
that's true. Now that you say
it.
that, yeesh, we getting dark.
Yeah, I mean, we can get dark here.
Of course.
But I don't think it would be smart for them to kill off Shiro because, as someone who is representing those with PTSD, even though it may not even be related to suicide and PTSD, he still has PTSD, and showing him dying in any way, like early him dying before he gets treatment or something, or before they address his PTSD, which is still his number one physical weakness, until they address that, I don't think there's any chance that he's gonna die.
I hope so.
I think the main reason why they're having him disappear is because they were alluding to the entire season that Keith may have to take on a leadership role. Not that he's going to permanently stay the Black Paladin forever, but he becomes the leader. They can't form Voltron without... I mean, okay, let's think about it this way. They're not gonna have Shiro disappear for that long, and you wanna know why?
That's true. They need the
They can't...
Voltron.
There's no Voltron without Shiro. There's no Voltron without all 5 Paladins, and they have to have their episodes where Voltron fights, so until, they need him.
Of course they do.
Keith piloted the Black Lion for 1 episode, and while it shows you that other paladins can ride in the other lions, it was an extreme exception for Keith to ride in the Black Lion.
Uh-huh.
And if Keith rides in the Black Lion now, nobody can pilot the Red Lion.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like...
Again, the Red Lion accepts Kate like it's her only baby.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, they say that the Red Lion is the most stubborn and temperamental of all the lions, kind of like how Keith is, and so
That's true.
The Red Lion didn't let him in when they first met.
That's true.
He had to almost die before the Red Lion accepted him. So with that, I don't think that they're gonna keep Shiro dead, and I don't think that, given how much the writers love this series, they're not gonna kill Shiro off in the 3rd season.
They better not.
They're probably gonna try and go on for 5 seasons, hopefully, because that would be amazing.
I don't know, I feel a little bit unsure when series go on for a very long time. I feel very unsure because...
I can see that.
Because as the series goes on, it always ends up with the show is as strong as it was before.
The thing is here that it's kind of different here because the seasons are structured with 3 to 4 big arcs in them. You know, like that. Most of the arcs span 2 to 3 episodes. And with the bigger plot in the background, it feels like they haven't gone on many adventures at all by the time you reach the end of season 2.
Exactly.
So, because of the way they structure this, I think it could last a lot longer. It's not like My Little Pony or
Oh, thank
well, I don't know. I watched My Little Pony and I don't mind it. It's an okay series.
It was okay until they made Twilight.
They kind of worked around it, and she's honestly not that bad with this.
She's not that bad, but it's just, I don't know.
This whole thing. Okay, getting completely off topic. That's not what I wanted to talk about at all.
Yes, we're going back to Voltron. Go back to Voltron. Go back to Space Daddy.
Yeah, back to Voltron. The thing about series like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, which looks like it's finally ending. Not SpongeBob, I'm talking about Fairly Odd Parents, which is like on its like 12th season. I'm talking about how episodes of series that go on for a really, really long time are structured. They have their conflict in their episode and it's resolved in half an hour. It's resolved in that specific episode. The thing is that here, the episodes aren't solved within
exactly.
Within 30 minutes. They're all resolved, or most of them aren't. They're all resolved by the next episode.
Yeah, you do have a point there.
So theoretically, you could go on a lot longer with this episode structure.
That's true.
And have it feel natural. You know? Because at the moment, I feel like they haven't done much of anything. I mean, they were reminiscing in season 2 about Clyzap from season 1, and I'm like, guys, it's only been like 8 days. I felt like they were reminiscing way too early.
They totally were.
I mean, they didn't. I mean, if you're gonna reminisce, then do it like My Little Pony did, where they waited for 4 seasons with like 26 episodes.
Oh yeah, with the fall of that tree and everything.
Yeah, like when you have so many individual stories with all these characters, you can reminisce about that. It feels like it's been a really long time. Like, it feels like it's been years in that case, but here, you've only gone on 8 adventures and nothing else. Unless you're gonna give us, like, a timestamp in the corner, like, telling you how much time has passed. And they make it sound like it's been going on for months, but there's no way for the audience to tell.
Yeah, we're not gonna buy that this has been going on for months.
Like in the first few episodes, when they finally learn how to form Voltron, Hunk is like, okay, so far, we've gotten onto an alien blue cat, gone to space, fought even aliens who want to conquer the universe. Okay, no, but he's like, okay, I was gonna go to bed on Friday, or Saturday or something, and, I wanted to, and then we ended up flying through space, fighting an evil alien named Zarkon. Now we're on a castle ship that serves food goo, and, we've learned how to form Voltron, and we fought a big gladiator monster, and what is it, Wednesday? So, it's been like several days, but they make it feel like it's only been like 2. So
exactly.
Like, and the reason why I know it's Wednesday is because they said hump day. Which was awesome. I love that quote. It's like Karan like going something, hump day.
Oh god!
I love Karan.
Damn you, Karan! Who doesn't love like? Oh no! Allura is dead. Her head fell off.
Allura's severed head is trying to speak to me. What is it, Allura?
What are your final words?
I love Karan.
Karan, it's over. Oh, I know. If only Voltron had been formed.
Karan's a gem.
Karan is the greatest comedy gold character I've ever seen in my entire freaking life.
And everybody compares him to Nigel Thornberry.
But yeah, that's pretty much us fangasming about this show. I look very much forward to season 3 whenever that pops up.
Definitely. This is us just talking about the series as a whole.
Yeah.
What do you...
I hope we get to see more of the Galras and actually get a few more answers about Keith, because now I'm curious about Keith's path, but at the same time, I hope they make a Galra that won't die in the same few episodes in the same goddamn season!
You love the Galra.
I do love the Galra. The Galra are like big kitty cats with different body shapes and bats and everything.
Yeah, they do kind of look like cats. You can like put a picture up there. It's like, oh, there's Sendak, and there's a bat, and there's a cat, and there's Zarkon. He kind of looks like a turtle.
No. Zarkon looks like a turtle.
He does look like a turtle. Just imagine you put a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle up next to it.
Oh my god! He's like, brothers, it is time to join me. And they're like, who are you, dude?
Okay, so far we haven't seen a female Galra, because now we know that Hagar's not a Galra. She's an Altean.
Exactly, and then there is that one Galra that Keith found in that one episode.
That's a theory.
It's
we
a
don't
theory.
know if that's his mom yet.
We don't know
I
if
think it's his mom. But we don't know yet.
But I looked at somebody on Tumblr's arguing about it, and the evidence are kind of very, very persuasively interesting, because if you look at that Galra's body type, it is very different from, per se, Sendak or the others. But then again, the show has fooled us about some of the aliens' gender.
It is more feminine.
Like, there was this one big giant thing, and it turns out the pet was a girl. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, you're talking about, I don't even remember what the... Like, he called it, a yupper?
Yeah.
He goes, yup. Yup. As if it's going, woof. Except it's like, yup, yup.
But yeah, oh my, I feel so exhausted after talking about Voltron now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're gonna be like talking about it for like the next 2 weeks. So, you know, it's like...
Yeah, we most likely are. There's probably gonna be a few
there's
more things.
I mean, there's more ships to talk about. There's more fanfics to read. There's more ships to fan art and stuff, and more space study to draw and fawn over, and more Josh Keaton to love because he's such a doll.
And there's so much to watch.
Exactly, and I mean, like, Thulaz.
Yes! Sendak 2! Thasus 2! Everybody give the Galra some love!
I'm sure they've been working on it for like the past year, because
DreamWorks, get your shit together and work on it!
they were working. I mean, like, okay, so they knew that they were getting a season 2 when they were writing the episodes for season 1. So they already knew that. So that's probably why they were reminiscing in the last episode.
And they were like, hinting, there's gonna be a season 3, hinting.
But now that the last episode's been written, now we know that they probably know that it is a successful hit for a series.
Yep.